York Times and other publications like the Washington Post are very busy poo-pooing this new poll, which shows the president trailing Mitt Romney by 3 percentage points. These guys are saying, look, it's well within the margin of error. How seriously should we take a poll like this, given where we are in the race?
Well, I think we should take it very seriously, and we should take it as being very concerning news for President Obama. It's not a good sign when the first few polls show you trailing Mitt Romney after you officially start your campaign. Now, the president's been going after interest group, trying to rally support, and apparently it's just not working. First, he went to women voters, then he went to student voters with his pitch not to let student loans increase. Now he's making a run for the socially liberal base of his party with his recent reversal on gay marriage. It just doesn't seem to be working.
I'm glad you're leading us into the more specific findings of the poll. We've got up on the screen there a title that says Julia breaks for Romney. It's a reference to a web presentation that the White House put up showing the life of a woman, this appeal to the women voter. What did this poll tell us about that crucial swing vote here? More to be concerned about for the president?
Well, I think it is concerning for the president. As you remember, the GOP war on women was in full swing just a few weeks ago, it seemed, and we had the controversial remarks by an Obama surrogate about Ann Romney. But this poll shows that Mitt Romney is actually leading with female voters by 2 points. Now, just a few weeks ago, a month ago, in fact, the president was leading by about 16 points in some polls, by 20 points in other polls among female voters. So it's quite a swing to go from trailing by so far behind to just in 1 month, all of a sudden leading by 2 points.
We're talking to Political Diary contributor Matthew Payne. Matt, wow, a swing of some 16 points in a month on female voters in Mr. Romney's favor. What happened? What do you attribute this swing to?
Well, it's difficult to say. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. As I said, I mean, the economy seems to be something that he's not talking about. He was at Barnard College just this week telling the graduates at the all-girls school that some of the biggest issues they're going to face are, issues about equal work for equal pay, et cetera. But he didn't mention the economy. And I think that's going to be consistently one of the things we see running into November is, the economy is just not doing well. And I think that's affecting male voters as well as female voters. And the president, sooner or later, is probably going to have to answer some of those questions about the economy.
Matt, just very briefly on this topic, do you think another part of this swing might be that Mr. Romney is finally emerging as the candidate and voters are just starting to pay attention to what he actually believes in? Might that be part of it too?
Absolutely. A month ago, I mean, there were still other candidates in the race. I mean, Mitt Romney was, for all intents and purposes, the nominee. But still, there are other candidates in the race, and I think Republicans are figuring out that they have a choice in November. They can vote for, they can vote for Mitt Romney, who they may not support, or they can vote for President Obama. And a lot of Republicans, especially, on some of the blogs and on talk radio, are finally starting to say, well, Mitt Romney's our guy, let's get behind him, and let's see where we can go with this.